This is a live broadcast. It's being recorded, and I just want to welcome a lot of you this morning. We have students from Iceland, Norway, right? We have from China. We have, as you know, yesterday, we have students from all over the world who come here. This is a very international faculty and also student body. And what makes it interesting is that internationally, the film business is no longer Hollywood-centric. The international market is now driving the film business. 70% of the revenue, even up to 80% on some films, are generated by foreign audiences. And certainly China is becoming one of the greatest markets for entertainment. So all of you have a chance here to shape the direction of cinema and media and lead us in a new direction that we could have never gone in if it hadn't been for you being here and making the effort and having the courage to pursue your dreams to be in the film business. And we, of course, are here to support you in every way possible to help you do that. I know when I went to film school, when I first started out, I didn't know anything. I came out of my father's insurance business. They all thought I was crazy. I packed up my car. I left. Had no idea where I was going, in terms of my life, but I knew I wanted to try the film business. And I'm so fortunate that I took that step, and I know a lot of people here in our faculty feel the same way. So we know this is a courageous step for you. We know it's a big deal. So many of your families may not like it, right? My father did not like it. He just saw my last film, and he liked it, so I'm okay now. In fact, my mother sang along with the film. That really was shocking. So, eventually they come around, hopefully. So I just want to encourage you all to trust yourselves and trust this faculty, which we have put together for you, an extraordinary faculty that we've assembled that are dedicated to making your dreams come true, your films to be the best possible. Which brings me to the topic that every year we have the Epidemic Film Festival that's going to occur that's at the Castro Theater. Make sure that you look at your schedules now. Don't tell us, why did we tell you at the last minute? Make sure you make your travel schedule so that you don't leave campus for May 15th, because this is a lot of fun. You get to see your films up on the big screen. Everybody's eligible to submit a film, less than 12 minutes. So think about that. Has to be ready by April so that Sharon Murphy life is a lot easier. So take a look at that. So we're encouraging students both online. I know there's online students listening in. I just want to thank you all for coming. And I know there's faculty listening online as well. So once I get your names, I'll welcome you personally. So we're looking for scripts also for other directors to direct. So that's one thing you might want to consider too. If you don't want to direct it, you don't want to direct this particular script, but you have a great idea that you want to develop into a script, think about submitting it into the thesis script program. So right now, I wanted to introduce to us he's not here in person. You're going to see him on the screen. Thank you. This is Elena. She's our key administrative director. And we have a student mixer coming up on February 26th. Don't miss this. That'll occur right here in this lobby. It's not, you may not like people. That's part of, you may not even want to hang out with people. You may be, people may not be your thing, okay? So I get it. It's not easy to have to interact with people you don't know, and you're brand new and you're starting out on your own. But guess what? The film business is all collaboration. Whether you like it or not, whether you like people or not, you need a great cinematographer, you need a great sound person who's behind here. We're not even giving him come on, stand up here. Andale. He's from Puerto Rico. Bienvenidos. This guy is key. This guy is key to your set. If you don't have good sound, you don't have a good film. So these mixers are not about finding a date, but you might. But it's also about finding a great production designer, a great sound person, a great cinematographer, and great actors. So don't come thinking it's a social thing, although it says student mixer. It's business. It's really the film business. you're looking for crews, you're coming out, and I will help you. I will be there, and everybody sitting in this front row will help you, introduce you to the key people for your crews. You don't have to do this on your own. We'll be there. We'll support you. We'll help put you together with talented students. So that brings me to talented persons, which is Harry Weiner. Harry, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can indeed. All right. Well, first of all, welcome everybody. And I guess this is welcome to a great new age where a disembodied voice is sitting here guiding you and welcoming you. But I want to say that running with what James just had to say, this is a tremendous opportunity for you, and we're delighted that you're at the Academy here. And what I am doing as head of the directing track is leading everybody towards communicating with one another, providing mentorship to you throughout your time at the Academy, and helping you fully realize the visions that inspire you to make the movies that you'll be making. First and foremost, I want to encourage you during your time here at the Academy to take advantage of a couple of great opportunities. First and foremost, to make movies. Make as many as you can. You're going to have a lot of work during the time at the Academy with class exercises, assignments, thesis films in your master's program, senior narratives in your BFA program. Those are all great benchmarks that you're going to be engaged in realizing. But you should be taking advantage of the equipment that's available, the relationships that you make with various talented colleagues to make films on weekends whenever it is that you have the opportunity to. The thesis film in the master's program, I'm going to talk about the master's program for a second, and then one of my prized colleagues, Jack Perez, who's head of the BFA program, will talk to you about the bachelor's program. In the master's program, the ultimate goal is to make a thesis film during your time at the Academy. There's a midpoint review that takes place at the end of your third semester, at which point you are going to present a script that has to be approved by the studio, which is the administration, and only by having an approved script will you be able to go forward into your thesis film production. How do you get an approved script? Well, you can write one. You can turn to your writing colleagues, the students who are in the writing program, or you can take a writing course yourself and get the supervision that this brilliant writing staff provides. Then you have to submit your script, or you can find a script from outside of the university. Wherever it is that you source your script, you have to submit it to the studio and then get approval and guidance towards refining it prior to your midpoint presentation. After your midpoint presentation, then you're going to be taking a series of classes that provides you the tools to help fully realize that screenplay. Now, the beauty of this is that you get mentorship to really take a concept to the screen in its fullest form. Now, some of you may say, I don't want mentorship, in which case, fantastic, go off and make any film that you wish, as I suggested. But this mentorship provides some assurance that you will be utilizing the tools that are available as a craft as a director in order to fully realize your intention. And that's what the faculty is here to assure, so that by the time that you leave, you're going to really have at least one film experience where every tool from cinematography, editing, writing, production, design is fully realized and utilized towards fulfilling your vision. Now, that's with there's this script website that is going to be available that is going to be the source of scripts that have already been approved, that the faculty has agreed are ready to go into production. That is going to be another source of screenplays that you will be able to access, and at some point shortly, somebody will introduce to you the website that you'll be able to source for those scripts if you are not inclined to write your own or don't have writing colleagues that you're working with to develop a script on your own. Now, one last thing on the MFA program and just the Academy as a whole. The people in the room, the faculty that's there in the room, and the faculty that's tuned in right here that you can't see but that you'll meet during your time at the Academy are there to support you, to help you. If you don't take the initiative to take advantage of what the years of experience and time in the business that all of these faculty members provide, then that's your loss. We're here to provide the tools that we've acquired and to whatever extent we've been able to command to serve your film projects and guide you towards understanding those tools as fully as possible. And finally, look around the room for those of you who are in the room, those of you who are watching online, those of you who will be on site eventually. Seek out the people who, number one, you recognize have talent, whether or not they're a wonderful editor, somebody with a great eye that's a cinematographer, a great writer who knows how to capture emotional truth in the word, whatever the skill set that you need as part of your team in order to help you make a movie. The opportunity the Academy provides is bringing really talented people together. And you, through this mixer that James is referring to, through your classwork, through the initiative that you take outside of class to meet the people who really capture your attention, because it's the relationships that you build here at the Academy that will serve you throughout the lifetime. Somebody told me that the most important aspect of progressing in the film industry is not your talent, but the relationships that you make. And after more than 30 years in the business, I found that to be the simplest and most profound truth. Seek out talent, develop relationships, cultivate those relationships, and use the inspiration that comes from those exchanges to inform and inspire your films that you make. Last thing I'm going to say before turning over to Jack, the most important resource that you can call upon in the stories that you tell is your own life experience. As James was talking, bringing to everyone's attention, you guys come from all over the world. Even if you didn't come from all over the world, you come from unique family situations. There's nobody else in the world, on the planet, that has the same stories to tell that you do. Don't try to tell a Hollywood movie. Whatever the genre of the pictures that you're drawn to, start from your own personal experience. Determine what you're passionate about and draw from that, and that will make your movies unique. So the one thing that I think we're all unified at the Academy to try to achieve is to encourage you to find your own voice during the time that you are at the Academy. And it will take a lifetime for you to refine that voice so that it's the most powerful one that you can summon during your lifetime as a creative being. Welcome. Now I have the joy to introduce you to one of the most informed, impassioned film lovers that I've ever encountered, who's you're going to be lucky enough to have as a guide through some of your years here at the Academy, Jack Perez.
Thank you, Harry. Yeah, I just want to welcome you all. I've been directing and writing for 25 years down here in LA and teaching at MPT for 5. And I love working here, instructing you guys. It genuinely inspires me. For me, film school is about inhaling as much great cinema as you can while making as many films as you can. I mean, that's basically it. That, with the kind of guidance you'll be receiving from us, your teachers, will put you on the path to, it sounds a little pretentious, but cinematic literacy. That's what you want. You want to become a fluent speaker of motion picture language, to move from being an intelligent watcher of movies to the professional filmmaker. It means looking at film as if under a microscope, almost like a scientist, to discover how what appears to be magic and is still magic is still a process which is comprised of many tiny components and individual decisions, both technical and aesthetic. And even though you'll be making many, many small films in BFA, I want you to start looking forward to what Harry mentioned, your senior narrative. And this is the film, this is sort of your major film that you will make in your final year that will be, in effect, your calling card. This is the film that best represents you and your ability. So in a way, as you go through all the assignments that you're going to have, you'll be marching towards this longer, more polished, more finessed piece, which you'll wind up leaving with. My office door is always open. I'm happy to speak to any and all of you and recommend movies in any genre. It doesn't matter whether it's horror, action, drama, anything. I'm a hardcore nerd and spent most of my life in front of a screen, so I've got a lot to recommend. But I look forward to meeting all you guys. And now I'd like to introduce Sharon Murphy, director of our editing department, an exceptionally talented woman who represents what I consider one of the most joyful and creatively satisfying aspects of the whole filmmaking process, which is picture cutting. So, Sharon, take it away.
Thank you, Jack. Welcome, everyone. I'm really pleased to see all of you. I met some of you yesterday, so it's really nice to see some familiar faces here with the students. You're going to be starting out in a class in editing in your first semester, which might seem like an odd sequence for you since we start with screenwriting, we start with pre-production, but we're starting in post-production because what you learn there is going to help you no matter what you do. It's going to make you a better writer, a better cinematographer, and a better director once you understand what editing is. Because ultimately, that's where the film is made. We're still seeing Jack. You're worrying about seeing Jack. That's not me. People are pointing there. That's not Sharon. I'm Sharon, the person here. So let me pick that up again. When we study editing here at the Academy, we have a track. I'm the first person to sort of represent an individual track. So we have a track in editing that's really remarkable at this school. We have 11 courses for the undergraduates, and it's really amazing what you go through as you evolve through that track. Because there's a number of classes that are really concerned with software and the kind of tools that you use. And we have labs that provide you with all of that. We have labs, we have fantastic instructors, we have great equipment. Everything is there, and it's very high-end professional equipment. We have Avid, we have Pro Tools for sound, we have Premiere, we've got After Effects. So we have a lot of really great equipment. But ultimately, that's not what does the cut. The cutting is about ideas, and we have classes that simply focus on just those ideas and how you're going to learn to create this invisible art of cutting. So that what happens ultimately is no one will see what you did. The audience will leave and they'll talk about the great story and they'll talk about the great cinematography and they'll say what a wonderful actor was in that piece. Well, you built that performance. So you're going to learn how to pay attention to a lot of elements and pull them together in a way that takes us through time and space in a way that we cannot experience in reality. So it's a very exciting part of the process. I love it, and I'm looking forward to having you fall in love with it. And you can always contact me. I'm at the second floor of another building at 180 New Montgomery. I'm inside of the John Cassavetes lab. And if you don't know who he is, you can always talk to me, and I'll be glad to share that with you. And my office is open. There's office hours on my door. There's contact information. So you can always come and ask for me, and I'm there available to you. So I just really want to, yes, James.
How many editing students here in the audience?
How many editing students here in the audience? Okay, good. We've got quite a few. You don't really know that yet, though, do you? I always sort of encourage you to keep your mind wide open for this first semester or so, because you will not choose a track immediately. What's going to happen is you're going to discover you could do something that you never knew anything about. You're going to get into sound, and you're going to fall in love with it, and you're going to think, I wanted to shoot, but you're going to fall in love with sound. So keep your mind open. You're going to do things that you've never done before, and you need to just wait and see what happens there. All right. So the next person is Ken Farrow. Ken Farrow is my friend and colleague. Ken, we have a new title for you. Ken has been our wonderful coordinator of cinematography, but now you are
the acting director.
The acting director of the department. So welcome, Ken.
So, like I said last time, thank you. Said last time, I'm the acting director. I'm not the director of acting. So, I want to be real clear about that. I'm going to keep my comments brief. I know I see some of the people I met yesterday that are cinematographers. I want to talk briefly about cinematography. We have a lot of new changes. We're one of the few film schools that still respect the word film. We shoot film here. We also shoot HD. The classes are becoming hybridized, so cinematography classes will introduce both film and video early on. A lot of you own your own equipment. DSLRs are very affordable now. When I was in film school, owning a film camera was something that almost none of us had the money to purchase. Now people can buy this equipment very cheaply. So the question is, why not just buy a camera and go out and shoot? There's loads of stuff on the internet. You can really just do it yourself. And the answer is the people that are here that will be teaching you. I figured it out one time. It's like 135 years of cumulative experience in the cinematography track. These are people that have made all the mistakes. They can teach you the subtleties that you will not learn just reading about it or watching a YouTube video. They're interacting with you directly. They're critiquing your work. They're guiding you. We get luminaries like Rodrigo Prieto and Stephen Poster and people who are at the top of their field providing comment and critique in your work. And this is ongoing. And more importantly, you're not in a vacuum. We are a big family. Especially cinematography, you depend on other people to work on your films. When you're a director, there's a lot of solitary moments in the directing track and in many other tracks. But cinematography needs 12 people to run on a crew. So we really build a community. And as Sharon said, you don't know what you want to do yet. Some of you may have told your parents or your friends, I'm going to go be a director. And you get here and you get into an editing class and a chain reaction happens. All of a sudden you realize that what you really love is editing or production design or sound or cinematography. So keep an open mind. My office is straight back through that door there. I'm happy to talk to any of you about cinematography and look forward to meeting most of you. And I believe I have the honor of introducing Mr. Curran Engel. Curran is our producing track coordinator. He's been here longer than anyone, and he knows more about, except Sharon, forgive me, he knows more about producing in San Francisco, and he can help you in ways I can only begin to guess. So, here you are, sir.
Thank you, Ken. I'm not that old. Nice to meet all of you. Nice to be heard by the rest of you. Welcome. Again, I'm the head of the producing program, so my goal is to convince all of you who think you want to be directors to actually become producers. So at some point, I expect to see all of you in my office. I do. I like everybody has been saying. I'm going to reiterate to you guys: networking. This is a collaborative process. It would be crazy to imagine to walk into Pablo Picasso's studio and say, hey, Paul, maybe a little more blue in the picture. But if on your crew, if you don't have a production designer or an actor or a cinematographer or a AD or a producer saying that, then they're not doing their job. And so collaborate, work together, learn how to work on teams, very important. I like helping you guys, like Ken said, getting permits, knowing how to use San Francisco. San Francisco is I think a unique place in the world to be able to shoot a dynamic and exciting film. I have a group on Facebook that I post job postings for alumni. I also post networking opportunities for people. So if you are interested in the commercial industry, the Association of Independent Commercial Producers comes into town every year with their trade show called the AICP show, and it's a great opportunity. Our students are invited to work there and network and meet people in the industry. So I'd like to help you guys with that, would help you guys with figuring out how to finance your films, crowdfunding, using crowdfunding sources or other strategies, questions about insurance. We teach you guys how to navigate the complex legal system of copyright. So it's a lot of stuff that we can help you do. So please come to my office. My office is located here at 466 Townsend. You can come upstairs to the second floor or call the office and make an appointment to see me. I work here full time. Like Ken said, I don't actually have a job. I work here, and that's my story. I'm going to be introducing you to Chris Boxell. Chris Boxell is a local production designer, set dresser, close friend, and she is the coordinator of the production design track. So.
Thank you, Curran. I'm going to encourage all of you to work on as many short films here at the Academy as you can and get excited about creating the environments that the films take place in. How many of you know about what production design and the art department are? See that? By the end of this semester, you'll all know, okay? And I welcome you to participate as much as you can. Every aspect of filmmaking can't be done unless there are sets to move the actors through. Okay, you're going to be the visual storytellers. So even though production design is not in the core curriculum per se, you should all take production design classes. We also have workshops, and production design is one of the workshops that's offered every semester. I also am around campus a lot, and I can't think of anything more exciting than putting groups of students together to work on short films. And the beauty is, because you come from absolutely everywhere, it's a really cool way to work with other people from other parts of the United States, other parts of the country. Oh my God, Espen, hi! So I have one of my graduate student production design majors here who's from Norway. How many of you are from Norway? Yeah, there's another one there, Espen. Get him. Okay, good. So because if you're from Iceland or you're from Norway, you might not have a whole lot of other people from your country here. And so you have to work with other people, okay? It's a very cool thing. And then later, when you go home, wherever that might be, you might take them with you. It's very neat. So enjoy the experience and understand how it all works. It's a big puzzle, but you are the puzzle masters. So I encourage you to experience as much as you can. And as Jack Perez said, I think all of us are lovers of film and television and new media. We also depend on you to share what you're viewing and getting excited about with us, because we don't know absolutely everything that's coming up, and we'll help you get through the process. So thank you all for being here, and I look forward to learning all of your names and seeing you throughout this semester and the rest of your time at the Academy.
So now we're going to have a quiz. You're going to have to repeat everything back that everyone said. Are you ready? Just teasing. So you're getting a lot of information this morning. I can see some of you guys going, oh my God. So, relax. It's just the beginning. We're going to be there for you. There's a lot of information that goes into making a film, as Chris was describing just the production design alone. So step by step, that's what we're taking here. Step by step, we'll be there with you every step. You're not doing this on your own, and don't think you have to do it on your own, okay? Some of you might think, if I don't do it on my own, forget it. So don't take that mindset and get rid of it, because being on your own in the film business is being on your own, and it doesn't work. So remember that. You've got to work in teams, and you've got to find people whose vision that you support. It may not be exactly your vision. I worked on a lot of student films when I was at UCLA, and one of them ended up, was not a subject matter that I was interested in, but it went on to win the best short documentary and get an Oscar, right? And I was way up in some little town, and it was hot, and it was horrible. But the film ended up being a film that gave me a credit before I even finished, right? So you never know whose film's going to go where. And a lot of the people I met in film school I'm still working with today. Bob Pohl, who's teaching who wrote Armageddon. If any of you guys see Armageddon? I'm sure a couple of you guys must have seen it. You know, we met in film school. We're still working together today. So just know that these are pivotal relationships that you're establishing. I just want to introduce some of our key faculty members and staff. I want to introduce Eduardo Rufeisen, who has actually helped create this department. He was there from the very beginning, and everything around here as part of his incredible, tireless efforts, and we're really glad to have him as a member of our faculty, and he's a great director. So please look at Eduardo. You see him around. Say hello. He's from Brazil. If you speak Portuguese, German, English, here's the man. Okay, we have Larry. Come on, Larry. Larry, this is the guy. You better make friends with Larry now, okay? He's not wearing a tie, but he's more important than a tie because he runs the studios. And Larry's really critical to you getting the equipment, get the rooms, get, you know, working with him. And John Clancy Tone, where are you, John? He was supposedly here a minute ago. He's probably working. But these guys, treat them like gold. Bring them, you know, apples, but whatever it takes, because he can make your life great. Follow the paperwork. Do the details that Larry asks you to do. If you listen to Larry, you'll get the studio you want. So it's important to do the paperwork so you can get into the studios and make your films. And we have Tim Boxell, who wrote your brilliant 133 class. He was really instrumental in the short format, working for MTV. And what was the name of the series that you wrote?
Liquid Television.
Liquid Television. So check it out. You'll see it in your course, 133. Who's taking 133 this semester? A lot of you guys, right? Tim. Blame Tim. And 450. He wrote the 450 class, which is our MTV, our music video class. And Mark Core, as I mentioned earlier, did a lot of Green Day videos. This guy's hot. Don't miss this class. It's really one of the hot classes. It's amazing work coming out of that. And did I miss anyone? Nope. Okay, great. So I just want to let you know we have a Twitter account. It's on your paperwork. Keep an eye on that. We just put it up last semester, so we're going to start tweeting out information to you and make it a lot easier because I know none of you will look at your email. It's a given. So we're going to tweet to you. If you can't get it through the tweet, don't blame us. So I also now want to introduce you to a guy who's going to be key to your success here, Rob Martin, who is our foundations coordinator. He's in charge of all the undergraduate program in terms of helping you to find your way through the undergraduate curriculum. He can give you the guidance that you need every step of the way. His office is right there, and his door is always open, so you have no excuse. He's here for you. So, Rob, take it over.
Thanks. How many people here are BFA? Raise your hand. Awesome. I'm the foundations coordinator. I'm the guy, if you need anything, if you have issues with your classes, if you need locations, just reach out. I'll also be doing, in about 4 semesters, you'll be going through the midpoint review process, and you'll be taking a class called Principles of Directing. So the production you do in that class, we actually review and give you suggestions on the last 4 semesters of your time here at the Academy. My partner in crime is Stuart Thomas, who is the MFA coordinator. MFA New Student Coordinator. How many people are in the MFA? Awesome. Stuart and I both, I teach motion picture language, which is a foundations course for BFA, but I also teach a course called Film Language Studio, MPT 605, for the MFA. So I'm going to be working with everybody in here. If you ever need anything, come by. Stuart's here. He also helps me with the midpoint reviews. The other thing I'd like to say is we have an inspirational film series here at school. And we don't have dates yet, but the films are Fearless, Aquila and the Bee, Billy Elliot, and To Kill a Mockingbird. So it's going to be an epic semester of inspirational film. We have a club called Flashpoint. If you look it up online, I think you have to search Flashpoint, the beginning of it all. If you know the definition of Flashpoint, that's where I got that, because Flashpoint was already taken on Facebook. So yeah, reach out, guys. I'm here. Have a great semester.
Hi, everyone. Can everyone see me? Okay, cool. All right, so there should be a handout on your seat. It has like my name and my picture and my contact info and when I'm available to support you. So if you ever need help with time management, I mean, with all this information that you're gathering today, it's hard to, keep it all in your head. So if you guys want to like manage your note taking and, your classes are going to be really intense. If you guys want to manage your time that way as well. If you guys need tutoring, especially with your editing classes. Let's see. We have a lot of support. We have a lot of resources. Also, we have academic orientation leaders who are AOLs. We have 3 of them, fortunately, today. We have Julian. Can you raise your hand? Cool. We have Megan. There you go. And we have Amy. Cool. And so they are all MPT students as well. So it's really great that the ARC has actual student leaders that will advocate for all of you. So a little bit more about myself. I'm an academic coach, and again, I talk to you guys one-on-one. Let's see. I talk to students even about just housing stuff. If you guys have trouble with your roommates, if you guys need help communicating with your instructors or faculty. I also teach a class, and we can talk about money management. So I have a lot of tools and resources, so utilize me. It's free. You don't have to pay. It's part of your tuition. So I'm here for you. All right, thanks.
I think I could use that class in money management. I saw the faculty light up. Money management. All right. So anyway, welcome to you guys who are just arriving. Come on down front. We have plenty of seats up here, guys. I have the online teachers also. Okay. Okay. So can you welcome them?
There is a lot of people watching this. There's an online population. They're texting me here. My friend David Chernick, he's there in Ireland looking at this, and they have a great online program here that you actually built. Some fantastic classes. The director prepared. I've been reading some of them. So it's an option for you guys as well. And we have a couple of full-time instructors there to assist you. So don't hesitate to check out and be instructed on that. In some classes, sometimes because of scheduling or transportation or whatever, you have an option to take the course online, so be aware of that. Thank you, James.
And can you tell me who else is listening in? Do you guys have that right there? We're going to tell you us. I think that Donna Lemley is listening in. So Donna, thank you for being here today. Donna's one of our great teachers. Who else is listening in? Oh, Chris is waving to you, Donna. We'll have that for you in a second. And now I'm going to talk to you about Vanessa Aquino, who is not here this morning because, like you, like us, all the schools are having their meeting with the new students this morning. So Vanessa, which I think is in your packet, is that in the packet as well? You might want to write this number down because if it's not in your packet, or you can see me afterwards and I'll give it to you. This is... She is the person who we can help you with choosing your classes, whether you're BFA or MFA, if you have trouble deciding what class you want. So, all of us will be supporting you, but she in specific can help you to determine which classes should be taken in what order, what kind of, prerequisites you need. These are the things that she specializes in. So I see that we already welcomed David from Ireland. Welcome, David. And we have Devin Young. Devin, thank you for tuning in. And Donna Lemley, I just mentioned. Harry Weiner, of course, and Jack. And Jess Chrysler, who is our online director. Just know that almost 25% of our students at the academy here takes classes online while they're on site. So, think about mixing it up. You can take those writing classes online while you're here on site. You can, the writing classes, all the classes online and on site are the same. We have the same faculty on site and online. So it's not like you're going to be getting less high quality faculty. It's the same people in the room, Tim, myself, Chris, Rob, Sharon, Ken, everybody here. Mark, you're teaching the online version, so you're not going to miss this top faculty by taking the same courses online, and sometimes it's better to take them online because you have more time with the media. Say you can watch the media over and over again. So that's one of the advantages. Keisha Brown, welcome today, and Kyle Cotton, and Mason Reynolds, and Rudy Ferguson, and Timothy Palmer. It says Timothy Palmer 1 and 2. Who's number 2? Anyway, welcome. So now we're going to talk about the profile system. All your faculty here have profiles. They're setting up their work on the profile system. The profile system is really key to you succeeding here in the cyber system, if you will. As you know, everything's happening online. You know, whatever you're doing is, you know, being transferred and pushed on the line. You're pushing your work online, you know, through many different outlets and platforms. But one of the platforms we've created for you inside the LMS, which is the learning system here, which you'll have access to, is the profile system. You put your profile up. It's key to your success here because the profile system allows people who are making projects, whether in animation or photography or any other school, can go into the profile system, see what skills you have, and send you an email. If you decide that you want to be part of any production, you can say, yes, show my skills to the rest of the students on campus, and they'll see your skill set, whether you're an editor and they're looking for you to edit their film. They can see that you're an editor, and you can also post your portfolio. And obviously, you're in your very beginning, so you may not have portfolios. Some of you may have portfolios. But begin using your profile, because later on when you want to get jobs, this profile system will still be available to you, and you can ask a potential job opportunity. They can link into your profile at the Academy and see your work at the Academy, so you don't have to recreate it. If you're right in the Academy, you're looking for a job, they can go to your profile and see all your portfolio. So begin building your portfolio now. You can have at least 3 portfolios that you can show. In fact, one of the portfolios we'll be using for your thesis project, so you'll keep your thesis project there. So now we're going to play for you the introduction to the profile system. It's pre-recorded, and we're ready to go. And if you have questions afterwards, we can answer them for you. You can watch this video over and over again to learn how to do it.
Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the Student Collaboration Project, which is a site for students to post their class projects and search for students with talents so they can team up together on their projects. Yeah. We're also going to be talking about managing your public profile and your portfolio. So the topics, again, we're going to cover is managing your public profile, creating and managing your portfolio, creating and searching projects, and searching talent that meets your needs on projects. So I'm going to jump over to the LMS, which is the learning management system, and I'm going to log in as a test student. I'm doing everything on a test site, so this is all test data.
You guys can log in.
So I'm going to log in, and the first thing we're going to cover is looking at your profile. And to access your profile, you can just click on Profile from the home page. And when you come to your profile, you'll notice you have 2 tabs. One is the Account tab, and one is the Public Profile. The Account tab is private information that's used by the Academy for mailing and to contact students. Your public profile is where you can add as much or as little information as you want to share about yourself on your profile. You can upload a photograph of yourself, enter a public email address, your location. If you have a personal website that you want to share, you can also access your portfolio from here. And you can set any skills that are applicable to you by just checking the box. You can also write a brief biography about yourself. And upload a resume if you have one in a PDF format. You can also opt yourself in to be included in the talent search by checking this box. And we'll go over what the talent search is in a little bit. Once you click Save, any information that you've added on your public profile will be saved to your portfolio and be visible to other students and faculty. Next, we're going to go and manage your portfolio. From the home page, you want to go to your student portal, and you can access it by clicking on portal here or up in the upper menu navigation. When you get to the portal, you click on your portfolio. And you can see here a portfolio can have one or more collections. And a collection is a group of images or files that you want to display together. So you'll notice here I have uploaded 4 different collections. You'll also notice that there are 3 collections that are published. And published means that they are visible to other students. You can also work on a portfolio or collection and not publish it yet if you're not ready to share it with other students. You can also click on Publish to Portfolio if you'd like to make it public. To add a new collection, click Add a Collection here. I'm going to go ahead and edit an existing collection. You'll notice a collection has a title and a description that are required for you to add. To add artwork, you click here to upload a file. And the portfolio supports all different file types, including HTML, Unity games, Flash games, and videos. I'm going to go ahead and edit an existing game that was uploaded. You can give your artwork or your file a name, a description. And you notice here I uploaded a Unity game. And for files that are not artwork, you also have to upload a background image here. You can save and view your collection. You can unpublish or save and publish your collection. Again, publishing makes the collection public. You can share an individual collection by clicking Share. And this will give you a URL that you can send out to email to other students or friends that you want to share your portfolio with, and this will be a public profile link. You can also share your entire portfolio, which will share all the collections that are published. I'm going to go ahead and view a collection. You notice this is in grid view. You can also view your collection in a slideshow view. Okay, now I'm going to jump over and show you logged in as a different student. The student project collaboration. Make this screen a little bit bigger here. Again, click onto the portal from the home page, and there's a link called Student Project Collaboration. When you select that, you're brought to the Student Project Collaboration, and you'll notice the skills that I selected on the other student, the skills I selected as this student show, and they're pre-filtered. That way you can see if there's any projects here that match your skill set that you may want to help out with. You can clear any skills one at a time, or you can clear all the skills to view all the projects. You can also filter by major, career, graduate or undergraduate, and any category. Just type into the white box and a list of all the categories will appear here, or you can start typing ahead to select a specific category. You'll notice here this is my profile. The skills I selected on my public profile are here. I can also view and edit my portfolio from here, and I can opt out so I'm not included in the talent search right here. And you can click to your public profile by clicking Edit. You can also post a new project from here by clicking on Post a Project. And you're brought to the Post a Project page. You can enter a project name. Here is my project, a description of your project. And if you have any websites that are specific to your project, you can name it and give it a URL. You can also add your contact information. Notice your public profile email defaults here, but you can change it if you want to. You can add a close date, which is required. And this is the date that your project will no longer appear in the search results for the students. Again, you can add category tags, one or more, and you can select the skills that you're searching for on your project that you need help with. And you click Post a Project, and you'll notice your projects appear in My Projects area, and if you'd like to edit it, you can just click on it and are brought back to the edit screen. You can also find talent that you'd like help with. And again, you can add as much filters as you need. And to go ahead and you'll notice that the skills that the student has are highlighted that you're requesting. If I add more, they appear here. To view the student's portfolio, click View. And you'll notice this is the student that we looked at previously, and you can see and you can view their published collections here. Okay, so that's managing your portfolio, managing your public profile, and looking at the student collaboration project.
Okay, so again, that's a lot of information. I mean, I've looked at it before, and how to set up collaboration, how to post your portfolio, and again, the most important thing is if you're going to be one way looking for a crew, how to go look for the crew for the skill set you want. If you're looking for an editor, you're looking for a production designer, you know how now to do that search, find them, look at their portfolio, and see if this is the kind of work that you want on your project. So it's really just a system by which you find artists and artist work that you can review from home in your computer, anywhere, Starbucks, and begin looking at fellow students' work. You may need animation for your opening titles, for your senior narrative, which Jack was talking about earlier, or Harry was talking about. Start looking for animators right now. You might need an animated opening title. You may need animation like Run Lola, Lola Run inside of your film. So start looking around in these portfolios and see if you can find artists whose vision matches what you think you want to do in your senior narrative project. It begins today. Today it started. Your creative vision started today. So begin acting like you're in production, that you're looking for your next idea, your next script. It's all beginning this very minute. So, you know, you're off to the races. And I want to let you know that in this race, again, these are the people who will be on the track with you, who will help you over the obstacles and fences and the water holes and everything else that you might run into along the way, technical problems. We are there for you. So again, there's Rob's office, mine right behind here, Elena, Sarah, everybody's here to serve your projects and to make sure they get made and make sure you have a calling card in the industry that will get you that job that you're looking for, or maybe the awards right away, as happened to the student with me who got an Oscar out of his student project. So, you can even think Oscar at this level. Student Oscars exist. So think about that. So to conclude, we're going to show you a sizzle reel of work that's been done here at the Academy. And then afterwards, our entire faculty that's standing here will be ready to answer any questions you have. So enjoy the sizzle reel, and thank you guys. Look forward to working with you.
Cut.
That's a cut.
Clean it up. I hate you!
What is that?
What time are you supposed to meet us?
Big Joe, stop!